Welcome to Littlejohn's Yarns. We're on day 2 of our 5-day scrap yarn series, where I give you awesome patterns to bust your stash. Make sure you check out day 1 for the crochet face scrubbies. I'll leave a link up above and in the description box below. So today we're going to be making this crochet wine glass holder, created using the shell stitch. This is a great pattern to get rid of all your extra yarn. And if you find this video is moving too fast, look down to the right hand corner of your screen. You'll see a little gear button. Just click on that and you can slow down this video to your liking. We'll hop right into it. To begin, I'm using my 4mm crochet hook and some Caron Simply Soft that I had left over from a previous project. We're making this shell stitch wine glass holder that you see here. To begin, I started with a chain of 28. Make sure you chain loosely because we don't want this to be tight. This is the part that's going to go through the bottom of your cup. So once you have your 28, we are going to slip stitch to join into the very first chain stitch. Okay, if you want to check to make sure it fits onto your cup, you can take your work, hold on, let me slap my cup, and make sure it fits around the base of your cup. If you find that it doesn't, just go up one hook size. Alright, back to the pattern. We already slip stitched to join, and we're going to chain 1. Your chain 1 does not count as a stitch. We're going to single crochet into the very same stitch. And we're going to place 1 single crochet in each stitch all the way across. So you can pause your video here and I'll meet you at the completion of this row. Okay, once you made it back around, you're going to slip stitch to join, but double check that you still have a total of 28 stitches. Alright, like I said, slip stitch to join into the very first single crochet. Now you're going to chain 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Because that chain 6 counts as a double crochet and a chain 3. We're going to double crochet into the very same stitch. Chain 1. We are going to skip 3 stitches, 1, 2, 3, and double crochet into the 4th. Chain 3, 1, 2, 3, double crochet into the very same space. And chain 1. This is going to be our pattern repeat. I'll show you one more time. Double crochet into the 4th stitch. 1, 2, 3, 4. Chain 3. 1, 2, 3. Double crochet into the same stitch. And chain 1. We're going to repeat that sequence all the way around, so you can pause your video here and I'll meet you at the other side. Okay, we made it back around and I'm going to put that last chain 1 stitch in, and we are going to slip stitch to join into the top of the chain 3 stitch. So 1, 2, 3, and slip stitch. Now chain 1. We're going to place 7 double crochet into this V-stitch right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Alright, and we're just going to repeat that in every V-stitch around. So we're going to put a V-stitch in this next we're going to put 7 double crochets in this next V-stitch. I'll work this last one with you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and got a knot, 7. But so you can pause your video here and continue putting 7 double crochets in each one of the V stitches all the way around, and I'll meet you at the other end. Okay, we've made it back around, and what we're going to do now is we're going to slip stitch into the next 4 stitches. 1, 2, well, the first one to join, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Give you a better view. So let's slip stitch into the next 4 stitches. 1, 2, 3, and 4. This will be our new starting point. Now we are going to chain 6 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, which counts as our double crochet, and chain 3. And we're going to double crochet into the very same stitch. Chain 1. And now we're going to place a double crochet into the 4th double crochet, into the 4th double crochet of your shell. So 1, 2, 3, 4. The middle stitch will always be your 4th. Oops, I didn't create a double crochet. Chain 3, 1, 2, 3, double crochet into the very same space. We're beginning to make that foundation for your shell stitch again. So I'm going to show you the repeat again. So we're going to chain 1, and you're going to place a double crochet into your 4th shell. 1, 2, 3, 4. That is your middle stitch. Chain 3, 1, 2, 3. Double crochet into the same stitch again, and chain 1. You're going to repeat you're going to repeat that all the way around to the other side. So pause your video here, and I'll meet you at the completion of this row. Okay, we've made it back to the other side, and I'll put in my last chain 1, and we are going to slip stitch into the very top of your chain 3. 1, 2, 3. Alright, and we're just going to repeat the last 2 rows until you have a completion of, 2 more shells. So I have a total of 3 shells total. So pause your video here and just repeat the last 2 rows by pushing, well, this next one, chaining 1 and 7 double crochets in each stitch around. Alright, I'll meet you at the end of this cup. If you tried to test out your wine glass holder and you feel like it doesn't fit exactly, don't worry, because once we put on the straps and close these off, the weight of the cup will push everything in and will have a nice little secure hold. So we'll hop back into the pattern. I lost my last stitch. I'll put my last double crochet in. Alright, and we're going to slip stitch to join into the very first double crochet. From here, we're going to create the straps that go around your neck. For myself, I did a total of 135 stitches. If you want it longer, just chain more, or if you want it shorter, less. So I'm going to continue to chain my 135, and you can pause your video here, and I'll meet you at the completion. And make sure you chain loosely, don't chain too tight. Okay, once you complete your chain, you're going to fold your work in half, and we're just going to slip stitch to join on the opposing side. Try to make sure your chain's not twisted. Having troubles. Alright, once you slip stitch to join, I want you to slip stitch into the very next stitch next to it also. Now, we're going to start placing single slip stitches all the way down your chain. See if I can zoom in. So let's place slip stitch all the way down your chain. I prefer doing slip stitches over single crochets because it gives less stretch and give, so it doesn't have tension around your neck when you wear it. I find the more stretchier the yarn is, the more it'll irritate your neck. Alright, so you can pause your video here and continue placing slip stitches all the way down the other side. Once you make it back down to the other end, you're just going to slip stitch into the very next stitch over. And fasten off your work. Now all we have to do is slather cup in. And here's how it looks. Alright, great job everybody. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share. Also, check out my other videos in the Scrap Yarn series. Okay, I'll see you all on the very next tutorial.